So you're telling me that you can't even act the way that your dream girl acts, you can't show up the way she shows up every day, but you're mad that you don't have the life of your dreams? You're mad that all your dreams aren't coming true? You're mad that you haven't reached all your goals yet? Got it. And action. Thank you so much for reporting to duty to the Pretty Princess Command Center episode 7, where I'm going to show you pretty princesses exactly how the fuck to show up as a girl of your dreams so that you could live the life of your dreams. So when I say the girl of your dreams or your dream self, your dream girl, all I'm talking about is your best self. Your higher self, the version of you that you want to be, the version of you that acts how you want to act, the version of you that looks how you want to look, the version of you that does what you want to do, has what you want to have, all that. When you picture yourself in the future and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna have this car, I'm gonna have this house and this relationship and this and this and this, we're talking about her. We're not talking about anybody else. We're not comparing ourselves to other people. We are literally just talking about the best versions of ourselves. Every single person has to show up every single day. Like, you simply by just existing, by just living, you are showing up in some specific way every single day. Literally, think about your favorite coworker, or think about that girl you see every day at the gym, or think about that barista you see at the coffee shop that you go to. You see them in a very specific way. Like, maybe you think that the girl that you see every day at the gym is like the most beautiful girl. Like, you're like, oh, she's got to be so disciplined. Like, I see her here every day. Like, she always has the best outfits. Like, you see her that way because of how you're projecting your reality onto her. And I feel like projection has a bad connotation, but we're not meaning it in a bad way. Projection is literally just taking your mindset, your belief system, what you know to be true for yourself, and then when you see somebody else doing these things, that's your projection of what they're doing. Literally, like, you could see somebody that goes to the gym every single morning and you could see them as the most disciplined person in the whole world, like they have their whole life together, because somebody that goes to the gym every morning in your reality is somebody who's disciplined, somebody who has their life together. For all you know, that person could just be going to the gym every morning because they lost a bet. You know what I mean? Like, you have no idea. So how you see people and how people show up in your life, in your perspective, in your reality, like with your filter on it, I guess, that can be completely different than how they see themselves showing up. And piggybacking off the gym example, if you see this girl every single morning at the gym and you're like, oh gosh, like she must have her life together. Hello, are you not also at the gym every morning? Are you not there at the same time as her to see her there? So why do you think immediately, like, oh, she has her life together? But when it comes to looking inwards and looking at yourself, you'll be like, well, I'm still not enough. I'm still not doing enough. You're literally doing the thing that you're admiring other people do. Like, you are doing that thing. Okay, so just a reminder, give yourself credit where credit is due. Have grace with yourself, okay? And just remember that just because you think somebody is like this version of themselves that you think they are, that's literally just your view of them. That's the filter that you've placed on them to be like, okay, when I look at this person, this is what I see, because they could have a completely different perspective of themselves. Literally just your existence, how do you show up? It really doesn't matter about how other people think you show up, it matters about how you think you show up. But to put it into context that we could kind of see from a third person point of view, how would you describe your best friend to me? Everything that you would say about your best friend, their style, their hair, their personality, their likes, their dislikes, their job, their friends, their family, their pets, all of that, that's showing up. That's the essence of everybody shows up in the world. So now that we have all that out of the way, let me tell you guys exactly how the fuck to show up as the girl of your dreams so you could start living the life of your dreams, okay? It's literally one of the easiest things in the whole world. It seems like so like, oh, that's so out of touch, that's so unattainable. Nope, it's literally the easiest thing you could do in the whole entire world if you let it be. The girl of our dreams should always be ourselves. It should never be something else. It should never be somebody else. Yes, you could idolize people. Yes, you could be inspired by people. But at the end of the day, the girl of your dreams should always be you. Because guess what? You're the only you that you're ever going to be. You're the only you in this whole entire fucking universe. So you better start acting like it. When I tell you, showing up as the girl of your dreams is literally one of the easiest things in the whole entire world to do. I mean it. This is the one and only thing you have to change about the way you think about things in order to be able to make this process the easiest. Every time you're about to make a decision, just ask yourself, what would the girl in my dreams do in this situation? If one of your goals is to be somebody that wakes up earlier, here's what you're gonna do. Let's say your alarm goes off at 5 in the morning. You roll over, you turn it off because it's so annoying. You look at it and you're like, oh, it would be so nice to just close my eyes and keep sleeping for a while. Nope, because before we have all those thought processes, we're gonna say, okay, what would the girl of my dreams do right now? Would she wake up like she said she was going to? Would she be the person that wakes up early? Would she be the person that I want to be, the person that wakes up early? Or would she snooze her alarm and go back to bed and then wake up late, waste half her day, be in a rush to get to work? You literally get to decide who you want to be in that moment. Like, it's entirely up to you. And you can make all the excuses in the world. It is entirely up to you. And following that, if you want to be the type of girl that wakes up early, if your dream girl is the type of girl, she wakes up early, she has breakfast, she goes to the gym, she goes on a walk, like whatever, guess what? You're gonna have to shift your night routine now too, because the type of person that would do that in the morning is the type of person that would eat dinner at a normal hour and then would brush her teeth, do her skincare, and go to bed early. She wouldn't be staying up till midnight just because. She wouldn't say, well, I'm not really that tired right now, so let me just watch a few more episodes. No, because, okay, sure, maybe I'm not that tired right now, but this is something that I want to do, so I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to force myself to sleep. Put on a sleeping meditation. Put on music. Put on a story. If you have to, read a book. Reading books always puts me to sleep, so if I couldn't sleep, literally give me any book. Make it the most boring book in the world, that will for sure put me to sleep. You have to choose the harder thing, because guess what? You're not just gonna like snap your fingers and be the girl of your dreams. You're not just gonna, oh well, I think I just want to be the girl of my dreams, so I'm just gonna hope that it works someday. No, because you're not gonna get there without getting there. You're not gonna get there without action. You're not gonna get there without discipline. You're not gonna get there without doing the shit that's hard, that you don't necessarily want to do right now in this moment. You're not gonna get there by relying on your emotions. You're not gonna get there by relying on instant gratification. You're gonna get there by relying on delayed gratification. You're gonna get there by having faith in yourself and in your ability to change your own life. So with all that, how the fuck do you even know what the girl of your dreams looks like? Like, what if you've never given this any thought whatsoever? Like, what if you've never thought, how do I become the girl that I want to be? How do I become the best version of myself? What does she even look like? Like, that's the thing we need to get clear. Before we do anything else, we have to get clear, what does this dream girl look like? Like, what is she doing? What do I want to genuinely be? Because if you're on your way somewhere but you don't know where you're going, how do you expect to get there? I found that the best way to do this is literally just to pretend that you're in charge of creating a character, like creating that main character for a movie. Hey, we're shooting this movie, I need you to create the main character. What would she look like? We're gonna pretend the movie is your life, the movie of your life, okay? So whatever your name is, whatever you want to title it, okay? Mine, I personally like to call my life The Cat Show. So be like, okay, we're filming this movie called The Cat Show. I need you to make the main character for me. Who's the main character? It's obviously gonna be me. Just like in yours, it's obviously gonna be you. What's her name? What does she look like? Get specific. What's her eye color? What's her hair color? How tall is she? What's her build like? What does she smell like? What perfumes does she wear? Does she have her nails done? Does she wear jewelry? Does she like to paint? Does she like to play soccer? Does she have a good relationship with her parents? Like, literally get into the most amount of detail possible. As far as little personality traits or just like little things you want to start implementing into your life, I found that the best way to do that is, what do other people notice about this character? Like, on your little, whether you're writing in a notebook or iPad or you're typing this, like whatever you're doing, if you title it, like after you do the physical, the next category is going to be, what do people notice about her? So think about anything that you notice about other people. Like, I always notice when people smell good, and I just like, I love scent. So something that I would want people to notice about me is my scent. Like, I would want people to notice that I smell good. I would want people to think about, oh, like think about Kat, and then immediately like, oh, she always smells really good. Or think about those type of people that have a really like calming aura. Like, oh, I love being around people that are just so like calming and like welcoming. Oh my goodness, something about like a welcoming and like calming energy. Like, these are just going to be the traits that you really admire about other people, and you feel inspired by other people to want to do that and implement that in your own life. These are going to be those traits. One girl could be like, oh, I want to make $5 million a year. I want designer cars. I want designer bags. I want people to be intimidated by me. I want people to open doors for me. I want people to be scared of me. Then another version of someone else's dream girl could literally be like, I don't want to make an insane amount of money. Like, I just want to be happy. I want to live in a little cottage with all of my friends, and I want to bake bread every weekend. It's gonna look different for everyone. It literally just depends on what you want out of life. That's how you need to start acting. All you need to know is, this character that you're creating, this girl is literally the girl of your dreams. If you could be anybody doing anything anywhere, what would the answer to those questions be? Like, who would you be, what would you be doing, and where would you be doing it? all of those things and get as specific as you want. So you're gonna have your list, right? And something that I really love to do is I like to make these lists like 3 or 4 times a year, so like once a quarter-ish, and you can keep checking back and be like, oh, like I am doing that, I do that, I did that, like I was able to make this my job, I was able to get hired here, I was able to move here, I was able to start acting like this, I was able to be super confident when I walked into a room even though I used to be super shy. Like, it's so much fun to see how you're actually changing and how you're actually evolving and becoming this girl of your dreams. It looks great on paper. We have this whole list. So now that we have this list made, how do we actually turn ourselves into that girl we see on the paper? How do we turn ourselves into that character that we've created? Changing who you are is literally just a matter of making and breaking habits. That's all it is. Literally every single day you do things and you don't even realize they're habits. They're habits. Really, when you wake up tomorrow, you could be like, wow, I don't want to be a lazy piece of shit anymore, and you could literally just stop being a lazy piece of shit just by breaking habits you have and creating new ones that help you get out of that. I'm gonna use an example that I've actually just experienced within the last like 3 weeks of my life. I am a messy ass bitch, okay? I will make a mess no matter where I go. Ever since I was little, like, oh, my room's clean? Actually, yeah, that only lasted for about 24 hours because now all my clothes are on my floor. Everything is everywhere. I don't put things back. Like, I will just leave things where they are. Like, I've literally been this way for 22 years. 2 weeks ago, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do that anymore. It's actually very annoying and I don't like that about myself, so I'm gonna change it. So in my little brain, I was like, I'm just gonna be the type of person that puts things away when they're done using them. I'm gonna be the type of person that cleans up her room daily instead of waiting for it to all accumulate and then being stressed out all week and not being able to function properly all week, because it literally is like, okay, I know you guys heard the saying, like, messy environment, messy mind, or like cluttered space, cluttered mind, whatever the saying is. I know you guys have heard about it. It's true, because when my room starts to get messy, I don't want to do the things that I have to do because I'm like, ooh, like let me just like inch out of this corner of my room because it's really messy and I don't want to deal with it. And then, you know, I don't have any corners left to inch into, so I'm like, let me just leave. Let me just leave my room. And then I don't get any of my things done, and I'm not productive, and I'm not responsible, and all this shit, and then it comes crashing down, and I'm like, oh my god, like I wasted this whole time just because my room was messy, and now I'm behind. That is so stressful and annoying. It's so annoying. And sure, leaving out a few things for one day, it's not gonna hurt anyone, but it's the fact that that turns into a habit, okay? I leave a coffee mug on my nightstand. Okay, I go to bed, oh, I'll bring it down in the morning. What do? I bring another coffee mug up the next morning. Now I have 2 coffee mugs on my nightstand. I leave, same thing. Cycle will repeat itself. That's what cycles are all about. Literally just being a human is just it's a cycle. Like, we function in cycles. Humans, we function in cycles. Literally, like, the work week is a cycle, the weekend's a cycle, the 24 hours is a cycle. If you're a woman, your period's a cycle. Like, everything is a fucking cycle. And it will stay the same if you don't change it. So you have to change it to break the cycle. So I was like, nope, I'm so sick of myself. I need to start being the type of person that puts shit away. I need to put shit away. I need to put things back where I found them right when I'm done using them, or else I will get back into that bad cycle. Is it the easiest thing I've ever done? In the grand scheme of life, probably, but no. Mentally, it's like, I don't want to fucking do that. I've spent the last 22 years of my life not putting things away right when I'm done using them. Like, no way in hell is that going to be an easy task to just, oh, let me just stop doing that. But that's exactly what I did. It's hard because it's not what I naturally want to do. Naturally, I want to, oh, I'll save it for later. But do you know what's even more annoying and way harder than just dealing with it now? Is having to deal with it later. Because it's so messy. It's so annoying. Everything is not where it's supposed to be. Like, literally, Miss Wizards of Waverly Place, like, everything is not what it seems. Yeah, bitch, because no, all my makeup brushes are out. I have coffee mugs. I have clothes just like everywhere. And then it's like, oh, well, the easiest way to take care of this is by just taking all these clothes, whether they're clean or dirty, and just putting them in the wash so I don't have to deal with it right now. Guess what? The washer will deal with them. The dryer will deal with them. Guess who gets to deal with them after? Inevitably, I will always have to deal with it. So is it easier right now to just put shit away when I'm done with it? No, because I'm used to the habit of dealing with it later. but I have to break that habit, and by breaking that habit, I'm forming the new habit of putting things away right when I'm done with them. No, it's not the easiest right now thing to do, but it's the easiest, thank God I did that thing to do. Delayed gratification is so important. Highly recommend reading the book Atomic Habits. This will go into how to make and break habits and how to just be like 1% better every single day, so that you can look at the whole year and be like, oh, just because I did that like one tiny little thing that I didn't even think was going to make that big of a difference in my life, it literally changed my whole life. You know what I mean? And that's just one little example of changing our life is literally just about changing habits. Like, I've been more productive in these past 2 weeks than I think I have all year, and we're gonna say all 2024 and 2023, just because I decided like, no, I'm gonna start putting shit away. Literally just that. Like, literally just that tiny little one habit of mine that I chose to fix and turn into an actual habit that helps me. It's changed my life. And sure, maybe that sounds dramatic, but it's true. Like, I am such a more, like, mentally, I feel so much clearer. Mentally, I'm like, nope, this is what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna do it because I said I'm gonna do it. This thing of like, oh, I'll do it now instead of later, that followed me into my work life. That followed me into working out. That followed me into, like, you know what I mean? It goes everywhere. So sure, maybe it's just me making sure that my room isn't messy and cluttered during the week. Maybe it's just me hanging up a shirt that I wore instead of just leaving it on the ground. But it's changed everything else because it's changing my mindset. Literally, your whole life is just about your mindset. That's all it is. Stay with me here. If you were deaf and blind, what do you have other than your brain? Okay? Because yes, you're living in this physical reality, but if you had no vision, you had no hearing, all you know is what's in here. And guess what? That's what all of us know too. That's how our mind works, because I could be in the most beautiful place in the whole entire world. If I have a shitty mindset, I'm gonna think it's the worst place I've ever been. I could be in the shittiest place in the whole entire world. If I have a positive mindset and I could see that everything's happening for my greater good and I could see the silver linings and the good things, I'm gonna be happy. Maybe I'm not gonna be as happy as I would be in the most beautiful setting in the whole entire world, but because of how I choose to view reality, I'm gonna take this shitty situation and make it something that makes me happy. Make it something that I'm okay with. Like, when I tell you it is 100% entirely up to you, and I don't want to fucking hear like, oh, well, I can't do that because of this. I can't hear that, because I can almost guarantee if you're watching this video, you are very much able to do exactly whatever the fuck you want to do. Going back to the waking up in the morning example, let's say your dream girl is somebody who wakes up really early in the morning, but right now, you don't wake up until noon. Like, you don't have anywhere to be before noon, so you're like, no, I'm gonna wake up at noon. Why would I not? You are going to have to force yourself to wake up in the morning. You are going to have to force yourself to break these habits. You're gonna have to force yourself to put your phone away, to turn the TV off, to go to bed earlier. Like, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be annoying. You're gonna wanna, oh, this is too much work, I don't want to deal with this. Like, oh no, I'll be fine if I stay up a few more hours. No, you won't be. No, you absolutely won't be. And then you're gonna be like, oh, well, I tried to wake up early, but it was way too hard. Yeah, bitch, because you didn't go to bed until midnight and you tried to wake up at 5 in the morning. Of course it was hard. Of course it was fucking hard, because you're making it hard. You're actively being like, well, I'm gonna stay in my comfort zone and everything else better work out for me. No, that's not how it fucking works. Your comfort zone is your comfort zone because it's comfortable. Getting to where you want to be in life, getting up, doing anything is a little bit less comfortable than sitting in your fucking bed, right? But you're not going to get anywhere if you don't get up and go do the things that suck. Go do the hard things. They're not even that fucking hard. Like, literally, what are you going to do when you're like 85 years old? Are you going to be like, oh, I'm so happy that I just sat in bed my whole life and didn't ever change who I was. I didn't ever grow as a person. No. You're not. And if you are, I'm sorry, that sounds miserable. Literally, think about it like, okay, on this side of the bridge is you now, and on this side of the bridge is the dream version of yourself. In the middle is a bridge, and right at the halfway point is where your comfort zone ends, so you can be fine. Yep, I'm trying. Oh, if I cross this line, I'm out of my comfort zone. I don't think I want to do that. Why would you do that? You've already come all this way. You've already come all this way. You already have to walk back into your comfort zone. How embarrassing. Fucking, I hope that you walk back with slouched shoulders. You're like, yeah, I'm back in my comfort zone, guys. Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't cross the bridge. No, because it was exactly the same amount of effort to walk your sorry little ass back into your comfort zone that would have taken to just kept going and get to where you wanted to be. I'm not saying it's gonna be fun, and I'm not saying it's gonna be the easiest thing you've ever done in your whole entire life. But I'm saying is if you want your life to change, you are going to have to make the change. If you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you don't have peanut butter, you don't have jelly, you don't have bread, you're going to have to get up, go to the store, buy the things, come back and make it. Or the easier version, you're going to have to go on your phone, go on a food delivery app and do it. Or text someone, can you please do this for me? No matter what you did, you're still having to take action to get the things that you want. No matter what you're doing in life, you are taking action. And whether you choose, hey, I don't want to get out of bed, I really want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, can you bring me one? You're still acting on it. You're still doing something. It's literally just up to you on how difficult you want to make these things. You want to go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning even though you said you're going to wake up at 5? Sure. Sure, you could do that. Or you could do, I will put my phone away, I will read a book, I will drink sleepy time tea, I will take a melatonin. Like, whatever you need to do to make it easier for yourself, do the things. Do the fucking things. Do the things. You're not going to get anywhere in life if you don't do the things. We're talking about changing all these things. We're talking about making habits, breaking habits. Are you going to do it baby steps, or are you going to raw dog that shit and do it cold turkey? Personally, for me, I like to do a little bit of both. It depends on the thing. Waking up earlier, I'm raw dogging it. I'm forcing myself to go to bed earlier. I'm forcing myself to wake up earlier. That's just, it works the best for me. Putting things away right when I'm done using them, I'm raw dogging it. I'm just forcing myself to do it. I don't know what it is, but something in my little brain like kicks in and be like, you're a little bitch. If you don't do this, you're a little bitch. Oh, you can't even put your shirt away. And guess what? It makes me better. Yes, talk nicely to yourself and have grace with yourself, but sometimes be so for real. Be so for real with yourself. Because I'm sorry, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for me to have clothes all over the floor. Like, what is that about? What is that about? It doesn't make me happy. It's not something that I'm like, oh, no, I just like living like this. Like, I like it. No, I don't. It pisses me off. It bothers me. So why would I do that? Why would I do that? You need to make sure these things are attainable. We're going to use another example that I've experienced. I want to learn another language before the end of the year. I want to be able to at least fluently have a conversation. If I hear this language out in public, somebody starts talking to me in this language, like, I want to be able to, oh, I can actually understand them and I can actually respond to them. If I said I'm going to do 1 whole hour every single day of learning Spanish, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I might do it for a week, maybe a week and a half. It's gonna get so shitty so quick, because if you go from, if I expect myself to go from, I've learned English when I was a child, like a lot of us did, and then, you know, you take English class throughout school, but you're not really learning how to speak. You're kind of just like learning books, right? If I go, like, I've just always known this one language, to I'm gonna do an hour every single day of this other language, it's not gonna stick, because my brain isn't used to having to think about language. My brain is just on autopilot. When I talk, I don't know how I know what to say, but my brain just says it. Do you know what I mean? It's like breathing. It's like, I'm not thinking about breathing, but my body's doing it. I'm not thinking about moving my fingers actively right now, but my body's just doing it. It's the same thing. Learning a new language, that's a completely new habit that has not even been introduced since I was like, I don't know, when did babies start talking, like 1 or 2? Like, my brain hasn't had to actively think about speaking. Oh, do you know what I'm saying? So if I were to say I'm gonna do an hour of Spanish every single day, that's stupid. That's dumb and unattainable. 5 minutes a day, very, very attainable. Very attainable. 5 minutes a day is so attainable to the point that when I start my little 5-minute timer in my habit app, which there's this habit app, let me see what it's called. It's this. You could get 5 habits on it for free before you have to upgrade. I'm not upgrading it, so I think I have 4 or 5 on there right now. 5 minutes of Spanish is one of mine. So every morning I wake up, I do my 5 minutes of Duolingo. And like, it's so easy because I've made it easy. I've broken it down into this easy little thing that the little timer in the habit app, that would be like, oh, you finished your Spanish for the day. it'll go off and I'm like, well, I'm not done learning. Like, I'm not done. So I keep doing it. So setting this very attainable, reachable goal to start building a habit for myself is actually turning into like, oh, I actually am putting a little bit more time in every single day just because I'm actually enjoying it. When I think of 5 minutes of Spanish, that's not something I dread. It's not something I'm like, oh, that's like a lot of work and I don't know if I can fit it into my day. It's 5 minutes. I can fit it into my day because 5 minutes of scrolling on TikTok is very, very easy. So 5 minutes of learning a new language is very easy, okay? It's not hard. We can do it. Let's say my end goal is literally to be like fluent in 7 different languages. If I were to say like, oh, well, my dream goal is fluent in 7 different languages and I just start learning them all at once, that's stupid, okay? Making things attainable doesn't mean you're making your end goal smaller. It just means you're making it easier to get there. You're taking it one step at a time to get all the way over here, because if I tried to like fucking just like sprint at it, it wouldn't work. I would stop. I would give up. It's in our nature to do easier things. It's in our nature to take the path of least resistance. Like, if we don't have to expel all this energy, we're not gonna. Like, we are lazy pieces of shit at the core. We do the bare minimum to stay alive. Let's say your dream girl goes to the gym 5 days a week, but you don't go to the gym at all right now. It's not attainable for you to say, I'm gonna go to the gym and work out 5 days a week. But what is attainable, you go to the gym 5 days a week. You only work out for 2 of the days. Okay? Stay with me here. Let me explain. Let's say you want to go to the gym Monday through Friday. So on Monday, you wake up, you get ready, you put your cute little gym outfit on, you go to the gym, you work out. Amazing. You're gonna be sore when you wake up the next morning. So in your brain, you're gonna be like, well, I'm really sore and I already worked out yesterday, so I don't want to go to the gym. Nope. Because guess what? That's right back into your comfort zone. Yes, you went yesterday. Yes, you're sore. That's valid. But you saying, no, I don't want to go, that's right back into the habit that you're trying to break, okay? So no, what you're going to do, you're going to get up. You don't even have to put the gym outfit on. Put on sweatpants and a hoodie. Go to the gym. I don't care if you sit in the locker room on your phone for 20 minutes. I don't care if you sit in the sauna. I don't care if you're just stretching. Just go. Just get yourself there. Just build the habit of getting there. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be like, I'm here, I might as well work out. Walk for 5 minutes on the treadmill. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're there, you might as fucking well. Or just sit and stretch. This is just building the act of your new identity. This is building, I'm the type of person that goes to the gym 5 days a week. Okay, you worked out Monday, you went to the gym on Tuesday. You didn't work out, you used the sauna and you stretched. That's amazing. That's so good for your body. That's good for your brain too. I feel like so many times we're like, oh, it's good for our body. Guess what? It's part of your body, your brain. It's good for your brain. It's good for your body, okay? Wednesday, you go to the gym, you work out. Thursday, you go to the gym, maybe you work out again. Friday, you're tired. You go to the gym, you stretch. You just went to the gym 5 days a week. You just proved to yourself that you can be the type of person that wakes up and goes to the gym 5 days a fucking week. You just proved that to yourself. You're looking for evidence. You're looking for a reason to call it easy. There it is. You just fucking did it. Because we worked out 3 times this last week, maybe let's aim for 4. Maybe instead of even doing that, maybe let's try something we're a little bit scared of. Oh, well, I've never used this machine, so I'm going to try this machine today. You're building this new identity just by showing up for yourself. And this isn't going to be a perfect linear path. It's not going to be like, well, I'm starting this linear path today and I will get there by the end of the year. No, because if it was that fucking easy, everybody would do it, okay? If it was that easy, everybody would be doing exactly what they want to do. That's why you don't see that many people doing exactly what the fuck they want to do. That's why you see so many people that are like, oh, like, I wish that. The more people that are like this that you surround yourself by, guess what? The more likely you are to be just like them. That's annoying. That's gross. We don't want to be like that, okay? Okay. The only validation you need to know that you're doing a good job, to know that you're working towards it, to know that you're actually making an impact on your own life, is the validation that you can see for yourself. Like, oh, I did go to the gym 5 days a week. That's amazing. I literally have never gone to the gym before, and now I'm the type of person that can go to the gym 5 days a week. That validation from watching yourself do these things, and the validation of your dream girl. Like, it could literally be as simple as, like, maybe you're stressed out because, you know, you're going on a first date. Like, you were like, oh, I want to get back into dating. Like, I want to do this. You don't know what to wear. Literally just be like, what would my dream girl wear? what would the girl of my dreams wear to this date? You like embody her every moment you get that you're like, you're not sure about, and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Nope, because you do know what to do. You're gonna do exactly what she would do, and you know exactly what she would do. Like, you know, because you could see it, because it's not like right here, like it's not like right in front of you, because it's over here, and you could view her as like a completely separate entity. Like, how do I view her as like your big sister? Okay, like be like, oh, like what would she do? Like, this is someone you look up to, and it's literally you. Isn't that fucking crazy? Like, I love that. That's amazing. Like, you can literally look up to yourself. But because it's a lot harder to see what's right in front of you, it's a lot easier to be like, well, what would my dream girl wear? You know exactly what the fuck she would wear. Like, you could see it in your brain. You could be like, oh no, she would do this, this, this. She would do this, and she would show up to that date, and she would be confident, and she would be having fun and having a good time and making them laugh. Like, you know exactly how she would act. You know exactly what she would wear. The only validation you need, that you should strive for, the only validation that you should be striving for, is a validation from your higher self. And guess what? You can give that to yourself any time of the day, anytime you want. Okay? Okay. You know, when you have these dreams and goals that people are like, oh, that's so crazy, like you're never gonna get there. No, because just the fact that you could show up in a way that the girl of your dreams would show up is concrete proof that you could live the life that you're dreaming of. Because if you can act like the girl that you've always wanted to be, why would it be any different for living the life that you want to live? Because living life is literally just a series of building habits and doing things and having routines and doing cycles. It's literally just that. That's all it is. For example, jobs. Let's say that you work a job and you really, really want to be promoted to like top dog, big fucking baller status, the best, the head honcho. You want to be there, okay? How would you act? You would act the way that you would act if you had that job, okay? You wouldn't be acting like somebody struggling to get that job. You wouldn't be chasing that job, because you're just gonna switch in, like, I already have this job. So when people say like you need to start acting like you already have it, that's what they mean. The difference between the type of person that wants the promotion, that's chasing the promotion, that's putting in all these extra hours, trying to get approval from the boss, trying to do this, and the person that has the job is, this person is chasing validation and craving it, and please, 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 look how good I am, look, I can be perfect for it. This person is just simply already acting like it. So when it comes down to it, is the person in charge of promotions, are they gonna pick this fucking desperate little measly rat, or are they gonna pick the person that's like calm, cool, collected, does what they need to do, and just carries the energy of somebody that would do well in this position? Like, who are they gonna pick? They're not gonna pick the one that's, can you please tell me I did a good job? Look, I worked 17 extra hours. Can you please give me the promotion? No, because bitch, that's annoying. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with it. Nobody wants to have to fulfill your own need for validation, because guess what? We're all busy trying to fill our own needs for validation. So why would I want to take the time out of my day to pat you on the fucking back if I don't have to, right? If there's somebody right here that doesn't need that pat on the back, I'm busy. I'm worried about my own life, okay? Who are they gonna choose? They're gonna choose the person that's acting like it. So at the end of the day, if the girl of your dreams would do it, that means you should probably do it too, okay? Okay, and scene. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 7 of the Pretty Princess Command Center. And on that note, I hope you have a good fucking day.